Yo, what is going on? Everybody, my geeks, my nerds, my beautiful people of color. Hey, everybody's also included, my non-people of color. Yo, it's Wednesday, everybody. It's absolutely one of my most favorite days of the week. It's Odin's Day, Hump Day. Yo, you halfway there. Woo! And the only thing that can make this even more special, because y'all know how much I love Wednesdays. Yo, I got my man Johnny Randolph sitting here with me, yo. What's going on with you, fam? Welcome.
What's up, man? I appreciate y'all inviting me. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, man. Yo, and just in case you happen to be new to the show, and if you are, you need to be hitting that subscription button right now. Yo, and if you are new, yo, my man Johnny Randolph is a beast, expert, brilliant public speaker. Yo, absolutely brilliant on another show that we call Binge Worthy, where we break down TV series so that you don't have to. He is definitely the head of Voltron when it comes to that. Yo, he's something amazing, and he always brings something fun to the table. Now I have him in my arena. Welcome to the sandbox.
All right, outside my comfort zone, right? But I'm ready, man. I'm up for it. I'm a fan of the show. I'm up for this. Let's do this, man. Let's do this.
Good. All right, well, let's go ahead and get it started like we always do. Hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks that look like me, geeks that look like you. Hey, if you're new to the show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions with you. It's always going to be fun and a little bit interesting because not all geeks are necessarily properly represented. So we're going to give you our opinions regarding the geek newscape. I am your host, Sintel, and we've already seen Johnny Randolph. So what we typically do is, we have a couple of cool headlines, some of the hot topics that are going down. Big shout outs to the Funk for curating our list. We can't do this without you. And he gives us a good idea and kind of like lobs us some easy things to kind of crank out the park. Keep in mind, this is strictly for entertainment. We are not necessarily vetting these sources, so we're just here to have a little tongue-in-cheek humor to go along with it. Hey, yeah, because we don't need nobody trying to sue us. We just over here having some good conversation.
We don't want you losing your job or something talking about what I heard on GeekBeast.
It's like, whoa, slow down. Yo, speaking of something that needs to slow down regarding how many times we're stuck on this little planet called Tatooine. Oh my God. Listen. Outside of always being stuck on Tatooine, there is something good. And that is we were introduced today to the brand new trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Yo, did you check it out, man? Are you hip to get
man. And I know, we've been stuck on Tatooine for a while. The Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett. And it's like, why don't we get out this piece of shit desert-ass planet? But I'm excited about this, man, because what I don't think has been covered in Star Wars lore is there was a transition between Anakin and Vader, or Vader without the mask and Vader with the mask. And I don't know how closely they're going to follow these things, but he had to learn everything over. He had to learn how to grip a lightsaber new. He's used to springing up to the air, using the Force. He can't do those things. So the Force is drawn from skin and organic matters around him. Most of his skin and flesh has been burnt off. So he's got to reacclimate all of these things to learn how to become an effective weapon. And let's face it, Palpatine ain't exactly the easiest guy to be under management, right? He's not the easiest guy to report to. So as soon as Vader got burnt up and had to go into the machine, Palpatine was looking to replace his ass. And I don't know how much they're going to cover that, but there's books and it talks about it. So I'm hoping it touches on some of that lore. I'm actually excited about this property.
Yes, man, absolutely. I'm glad I got you here to kind of we can nitpick a little bit over some of this stuff. And in case you are kind of new to the Star Wars lore and also some of the rumors mills that are surrounding Obi-Wan, Anakin Skywalker, who eventually turns into Darth Vader himself, has been rumored and confirmed to be a part of the Obi-Wan project. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to really see him, but we did hear some voices that kind of hinted around some of the other members that you were talking about, namely possibly Palpatine, who ends up turning into the Emperor himself. It sounded like it was his voice. Do you think that was his voice, or was it somebody else's voice?
I definitely thought it was his voice, as he was, ridiculing what a Jedi is. They can't help it. It's like an itch that they can't scratch. And also, we got introduced to the Inquisitors. All right, did you watch Rebels?
Little bits and pieces of it, but not enough to say I'm competent about it. But go ahead.
So season 2, we got introduced to the Inquisitors. They were a hodgepodge of kind of Sith lords and machine-like people, and they're out there hunting down Jedi. And they're all under the control of Vader, but Vader don't really mess with some of them. He I know y'all here to replace me, so I'm gonna show, I'm gonna show y'all what this guy can do. So it's this kind of match. It's like the goal is to hunt down Jedi, but still it's to replace Vader as well. And he's got to lead them, knowing damn well that they're there to replace him. So some good dynamics going on from that. That's why I think that's why I think the show, if executed like The Mandalorian and not necessarily the Book of Boba Fett, I think we can get a good show.
Yo,
leave us away from Star Wars properties. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say,
or do something, or reread the scripts or something. We just need a little bit more polished. We need a little bit more finish
Yeah.
on some
We
of
don't need
those
the
forms of
sequel to
storytelling.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, right? We don't need it for the Star Wars universe.
Yo, huge shout out to Defunk in the chat if you are new to us. Please make sure you check out the chat. If you're watching this on Restream, we do have a live chat and you can reach to us. Yo, we are accessible. That's one of the beautiful things about this show. Reach out, ask us some questions, and we'll shout your name out like I'm shouting out Defunk, who mentions, was it just me or did it seem like a whole lot of lady bad guys in this thing? Yeah, so we saw somebody with a red lightsaber who had on, it looked like a fraction of Vader's chest piece set. He had like she had on some of the gadgets and it looked like some shoulder pad-ish kind of like Vader kind of thing. I've never seen her before, never seen anything mentioned, but she's carrying a lightsaber.
And it's red and crimson. So I hope they also go into like how you have to get a red lightsaber, because that shit just doesn't come natural, right? In some of the books and the comics, there's a scene where right after Vader becomes Vader, Palpatine is like, you know, you don't have a lightsaber. It's like Jedi, they earn theirs, whatever. So Palpatine takes him to a planet and just drops his ass off there all by himself. And he's like, you're worthy of a Sith, you'll find your way back. So it's like he's got to fight a Jedi, defeat a Jedi without a lightsaber, which Vader does, and then you go through the actual process of corrupting the Kyber crystal, and it is only done literally through blood, sweat, and tears, and that's how you get the red lightsaber. So, man, it's a lot of source material that they can pull for to make this interesting.
Yo, I love that. That is so dope that you have to enforce your will upon this inanimate object to corrupt it just so it can be worthy of you. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's dope.
Nobody gives a Sith a lifesaver. They gotta take it.
You got to take it.
You gotta take it.
Yeah, no, I love that. You got to come take the crown. You're gonna be a part of this gang.
Right.
You got to prove it. Oh, that's dope, man. I hope they kind of implement that. Okay, so like there's a lot of lightsaber talk regarding this. Even the last eye in Kenobi on the title screen, the eye is a lightsaber, right? So it's really implying that we are going to see, hopefully, some lightsaber battles. Yo, does Ewan McGregor still have anything left in the tank to make that a satisfying kind of fight?
Getting a little long in the tooth, Andy Phil. I mean,
long in the tooth is all I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Episode 1 was like 20 years ago, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was in his prime then. That's 20 years after the fact.
Right. So, I mean, we'll have to see, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I want to be positive, but some telling me like, I don't know if he ready for all of this, man. Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of blast from the past, it was another really good trailer that dropped, and that was the first Star Trek Strange New World trailer that is going to be out on Paramount Plus, I believe. So Strange New Worlds is technically both a spinoff and a prequel. So picking up with the crew of the USS Enterprise after their appearance in Star Trek Discovery's second season, making it also a prequel to Star Trek, the original series, given that the show is set about a decade before Kirk takes over as captain. I got a chance to take a look at it. Did you see the trailer?
Anything, I did, man.
Anything on it?
I'm a big Discovery fan, but it's good to have the USS Enterprise back, baby. I'm an old school Star Trek fan, man. And so as a Star Trek fan, it's good to see the Enterprise. And Pike, his arc in Discovery, I think it was season 2, and we talked about it on Binge Worthy. I thought he did a really good job, man, as conveying a Starfleet captain. He really came in and you was like, yeah, this guy's in charge. So yeah, I'm interested to see how the spinoff's going to be. I want to ask you something real quick, man.
Go ahead.
Do you think we're getting too much Star Trek? Are they kind of an over reliance on the franchise because we got Picard, we got
Mm-hmm.
Discovery still, we got Pike,
Mm-hmm.
we got what's that one that cartoon
Lower
that Lower
decks. We got
Deck,
lower
yeah,
decks.
Lower Decks.
Yeah.
So are they kind of cannibalizing the franchise?
Yes, I think there could potentially be some Star Trek fatigue, only because they were one of the very first to really do the whole universe thing, right? And they've been doing the
Mhm.
universe thing. In case you're trying to catch on, it's when you take one franchise and expand upon every little thread that attaches to that. And you spin off of that. They've been doing this since the 90s, right?
90s, yeah.
Yeah. So this is they're used to it, but the thing is that there may be a tad bit of product fatigue.
Mm.
And I don't know. I don't know. I'm still going to do it because I'm going to pay attention and watch because I'm just an old school head and I'm just a fan of the universe itself. So I'll be there. But the thing is that the market has been changing over the years. Everything is like a superhero market now, you know.
Mhm.
You don't really see like the Twitter boards and the social media boards and the Reddit boards. You don't really see it lighten up about
For Star
Star
Trek.
Trek like you do like some of these other properties, and adding kind of like a lot of the same thing over and over again. I don't know if it's necessarily going to help them out of the projects that you just listed earlier that we have a bit of an oversaturation for. What are your hits and misses regarding some of those?
Uh Discovery, we did the first 2 seasons on binge watch, and I really thought it was great. I thought season
Right.
3 dropped the bar. I have not seen season 4 yet, so it's making
Mhm.
me a little reluctant to pursue that one. While Picard was my favorite Star Trek captain, Next Generation, that's
Mhm.
my favorite series. It
Mhm.
wasn't that good, man.
That's what I keep hearing.
It wasn't that good. Now, the
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel for this is they are introducing Q from the Q continuum in
Really?
season 2 of Picard, right? Q
Ah.
is my guy from Star Trek. He's an omnipotent, if those you don't know, he's an
Yeah.
omnipotent being that just takes pure delight in tormenting humanity and any race he can, and specifically the USS Enterprise. So he just fucks with him for the sake of fucking with him because he's
He
just
got
bored.
nothing
Like
better to
he's
do.
omnipotent. He's like, what am I gonna do today? Let's go fuck with Picard and his crew.
He's like, yo, I got time that I literally have the time to do just this. All right, so let me ask you one thing, but I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but I am kind of curious. Like, how are they addressing aging in Picard? Because Data is old. You're talking about Q, who's old, and Picard is kind of old. It's like a geriatric Star Trek kind of going on right now.
Well, Picard picks up after Picard has retired. He is no longer captain of the Enterprise anymore. He actually became an
Mhm.
admiral, and then there was some attacks on Mars and a mission that failed colossally. It was a colossal
Mm.
mess up. And so he was
Mhm.
kind of forced into a retirement for several years. And then that's where we pick up with him in the first season. Season
Okay.
1, Data is almost dead, so they're trying. Because remember, Data died in the Star Trek movies. In one of the movies,
Right.
he actually died. So the Q, what they're looking for is how do we retrieve Data back? Because there's clues that he could be back. Now, regarding Q, he wasn't in season 1, so it's the same actor. And yeah, I'm curious, how do you address the aging of an omnipotent being?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily seem like it works. Hey, so big shout out to the Geekish Network, yo, the producer in the sky, yo, one love, big. Hey, so they shouted out that Picard season 2 has dropped. Some people are really excited about it. I heard Lower Decks is really good. There's also another kids spinoff where all the members of the Starfleet ship are all aliens. There's like no human beings
Oh,
except for the AI of the ship, who happens to be Captain Janeway, I believe. I'm sure one of you all can correct
that's
me
dope. I
on
love I
that as
love that
well.
idea. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that idea.
So
A bunch of alien races. Yeah, that's dope.
okay. Yeah, so I'm curious about that. I'm gonna always be a fan of Star Trek, but I just know the times they are a changing
Yeah, they are.
Well, speaking of the times they are changing, some people are kind of still stuck in the 90s, and that is including the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey, so they are releasing something that is going to be known as the Cowabunga Collection, and it's going to
Oh
include
Lord.
13 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Listen, since one of the very first coin op games that really had me absolutely just destroying my little low allowance was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles co-op, where four people could kind of play at the exact same time. Were you ever a fan of one of these 13 video game properties?
I'm gonna have to defer to you, bro, because that ain't really my wheelhouse. I
Yeah,
never really
yeah.
played a lot of Ninja Turtle games growing up, so I don't know. I don't really have anything. So I'm gonna let you guide us on how you
Oh,
think
yeah,
these
no, it's all
games are.
good. It's definitely a beloved franchise. Be it on comic books, be it in video games. They just rebooted the movies maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing it again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles always happens to kind of like stay in the
Yeah,
news.
and
Uh,
right.
so yeah. So
No, I
with
was just
with
gonna
that
say it
being
keeps
said,
reinventing itself, right? I mean,
yeah,
Teenage
yeah,
Mutant Ninja Turtles, the cartoon came out when I was a kid. This is like, late 90s, right? I mean, early
yeah,
90s, right?
yeah.
How
Early
many
90s when it first hit the
reiterations?
scene.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
reiterations of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have we had?
Yeah, like we were just talking about how like Star Trek just keeps reinventing itself and finding new ways to tell these stories over again. I can't think of too many franchises that were based in toys first. I think the toys came first. I'm sure the Funk will absolutely correct me in the comments regarding this. But like those toy-based comics, I can't think of anything that's got more run. Maybe Transformers, yeah, G.I. Joe, toy-based. Of course, you had Transformers. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Thundercats. But when it comes to franchises that just kind of like maintains relevancy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles seems to be that. Hey, and if you are a fan of it and you want to get all of your turtle games on, it's like $39, and it's coming on all of the major platforms. It's coming on PlayStation 4, 5, Windows, Xbox One, Series X, and it's going to be about $40. So you will
That
get
sounds
your
like a hell of a
complete
deal.
turtle delight. Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
get that
that sounds
many
like a hell of a
games.
deal. Right.
Yeah.
If you enter that, yeah.
So huge
Uh,
shout out to the Funk again, who said this TMNT compilation just might be the goat of retro game collections. Yeah, I mean, it was 13. It's kind of hard to miss. Um,
and he said underground comics first, and then the kidification via cartoon, then the toys, Archie comics. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
so there we go. Thank you. I can always count on the Funk to make sure to set us straight. Hey, but then some things that haven't been set straight, and it seemed like it's a little kind of hitching the giddy up a small snafu, and that is DC. DC, who is in win mode right now with the Batman coming out, it is kicking ass and taking names. They
And the
had a
Peacemaker,
little,
man. It has
oh
two
yeah, and Peacemaker
consecutive
as well.
back-to-back, Peacemaker
Two
and Batman.
two bangers. Well, they
Yep.
seem to have a bit of a hitch in their giddy up regarding some of their future projects. Flash, Aquaman 2. Two of Dwayne Johnson's starring DC movies are getting new release dates as Black Adam and DC League of Super Pets shift to different months. So we're getting a lot of delays. Black Adam, which to me is one of the more eye-opening ones, has been moved from a July 29th release all the way to October 21st. Like, yo, you're giving up the summer? That's a pretty big that's a pretty big hit, man.
I'm not a Hollywood studio executive, but that don't sound
Mhm.
good. I don't understand how you
Uh-uh.
go from the summer to the latter part of October, and this is supposed to be a tentpole franchise. The Rock.
Yeah.
It's a tentpole franchise starring The Rock. Like, you don't get any bigger from an acting perspective, right? Because usually a lot of franchises, they start with a lesser known actor and they grow with the franchise.
Mhm.
You landed the whale, and then you're kind of like, well, we're gonna go from summer season to October. When people ain't going to the movies like that.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing happening in October. At least you would think, like, if you're gonna lose the summer, I would think, worst case, worst case, you can at least get a Christmas launch, right? Because that's when the
Right.
big money comes out because everybody's home.
Right.
Or even worst case, you can at least get the Thanksgiving holiday, right? But
Right.
October? Word? October 21st, it's not even like Halloween weekend. It's just literally they're like, let's just throw this number out and kind of like see what works.
Man, that's sending some signals to me. It's like saying we don't have a lot of confidence in this project.
No. I
And
wonder
they had to pay The Rock with like $50 million plus the special effects and all that. And then you go from, okay, the height of summer to October. What did you see to make you think, this is a good idea?
Right. Okay, so let me try and be optimistic a little bit. Let me try and be a little optimistic. Because if it was just Black Adam, if it was just Black Adam by himself that got moved back, I'd be like, there's really a problem, right? But because so many other properties are being moved back, maybe something happened with the success of the Batman and Peacemaker. Maybe they want to take their time and kind of like get it right, maybe.
But the movies are done. Black Adam showed a trailer like 6 months ago. Like it, I don't know. Like the movie's done. Are they going back and doing reshoots and making changes? And why are you making? I guess DC has been notorious for making changes, but that usually doesn't bid very well for them. I mean, DC's had a lot of problems with his live action properties. If they worried about the future of COVID variants, I don't know if they're gonna push it back though.
Yeah, I mean, especially seeing as how we're in the middle of some COVID issues right now, and Spider-Man, which isn't under their umbrella, gave 0 Fs about debuting, and we're seeing the Batman shrug it off as well. So I don't know if COVID. I mean, maybe you never know.
You never know. And I mean, if they are worried about variants of COVID, I mean, that's good because I still got concerns about COVID being out there. So if that is something that they're doing, but I don't know. They didn't seem to give a shit about Batman. So why? They didn't give a shit about a sketch of COVID during Batman. It's like, take your ass out to see it. This is not going to be on HBO Max. You got to go to. Matter of fact, they made us pay extra, right? They made AMC theaters made us pay $1 extra. So they didn't seem to care then.
No, none. Hey, listen, we got about 5 more minutes left. I want to see what you think regarding our last topic. We got 2 headlines, man. And you in the chat kind of let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll have like 10, 15 seconds. One is regarding Game of Thrones controversial co-creators and them not being a part of the spinoffs. Or we could talk about how FaZe Clan, a gaming network or gaming clan, has welcomed Snoop Dogg as this new director and team member. Which one of these you want to talk about? Because we only got like about 5 minutes left, and then we can't really bang out too.
You better say positive. Let's talk about Snoop because Dan and them, like, why is that controversial? They fucked up the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones. So why is it controversial that they're not involved? Logical to me. So let's talk about something positive with Snoop. Snoop Dogg, the living legend, the global icon, baby.
Yes. Yo, if you need to find a playbook on how to reinvent yourself, you need to holler at Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg has joined FaZe Clan's board of directors and will now produce content under its brand's umbrella. So he's been streaming games on Twitch for a while, and he's always kind of like been a bit of a meme regarding some of the stuff that he's twitched as a gamer. Everything from him being frustrated, damn near flipping his table because he can't get the graphics card that he's looking for, to throwing his sticks down because he's been getting beat in John Madden. He is really pretty pivotal in the geek space. Yo, how are we feeling about this move and this new redirection?
How come Snoop couldn't get the graphics card that he wanted? I'm calling bullshit. I am. Come on, man. Snoop ain't waiting in line to like, well, I can't get the graphics. If Snoop calls any company like, yo, I need your graphics card, right? It's happening. It's happening. So I'm calling bullshit on that. But the thing about the gamer community is, man, they don't. I mean, it'll be cool having like Snoop Dogg involved in some things, but that's gonna wear off real quick. It's like being a stand-up comic, right? We'll give you an applause because of who you are, but you better make us goddamn laugh. So with Snoop, we stepping into that arena. It's like, oh, we here with Snoop. We gonna smoke one with Snoop. But if you can't play in game, they gonna lie to your ass just like you was anybody else.
I do believe that. I do believe that as well, because some of the games I've seen him play, he's not necessarily what you would consider to be like a legendary type of gamer. He plays like a casual gamer, and he should, because he's got a job and a whole lot of projects that he's working on. He doesn't have time to put in the hours to kind of do that. But I will say this: there is a bit of a Snoop effect, right? There's like a Snoop Dogg effect. And one case in point is during the Summer Olympics, there was a moment when Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg got a chance to do some commentating on the Olympics, and it went viral. I'm talking about super viral. It was put off in some small channel in a time slot that nobody was paying attention to. The internet got a hold of it, and they lost their minds regarding commentary. It was the same thing during some celebrity fights that was happening. It was the same thing regarding his show with Martha Stewart. There is a Snoop effect. So regardless of him being good or not, people are going to come and show up.
Yeah. And Snoop Dogg is a superstar. I mean, he sold rap, he sold movies, he sold video games, he sold beer, he's done everything. And it's weird because when I was young, Snoop Dogg, his first album, Doggy Style, was released, and there was mad protests, right? They were calling him ruining like America, the destruction of America. They protested by throwing his CD down in the street and rolling over it. I'm gonna tell you some old school story. Like, I had the cassette and I was outside blasting it. My mother heard it, came outside, hit the eject button, took it out, and threw it on the ground. So Snoop scared like old conservative people, old black people, like it was just thing. And now we're in the era of Snoop Dogg, the global icon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A couple 100 million people watching him perform at the Super Bowl. He's doing gaming. Olympics coverage on a time slot that nobody cares, and it's the Winter Olympics because nobody cares about it. It's not the Summer Olympics, it's the Winter Olympics. Nobody gives a shit about it, right? And then you're getting all this coverage. So only Snoop Dogg can make people care about the Winter Olympics. So I mean, I think it's dope. You know, all the best of luck to me, brother.
Yeah, I feel you on that. All the best luck to Snoop and all of his endeavors, and that is going to absolutely conclude the Geek Beast segment. But please stay tuned, because we're going to introduce you to one of my absolute favorite people, Courtney Wright, as we jump into Binge Worthy. I'm not sure if she's in the mix just yet. Courtney, you there? Say what's up to you. I know that we're still getting everything together a little bit. Oh, hey there! What's going on, little lady? Oh, okay. Well, while they get everything set up real quick, I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much for everybody that is bopped in to check out some of GeekBeast. If you happen to be watching this on Restream, I highly recommend that you check us out live, because then you have access to it. You can ask us questions, because we love to chat and interact with everybody. If you happen to miss our live stream, you can catch us on Apple Podcasts as well, and all of the other streaming services regarding your podcast. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, I think we're on Google as well. And of course, you haven't subscribed. If you're on YouTube right now, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscription button. You can catch us on / the Geekish Network on YouTube, and also / the Geekish Network on Facebook as well. Go ahead and give us those thumbs. We've got to tickle the fancy of those algorithms so they can put us in a positive light. Hey, if you haven't checked us out on one of our original platforms, which is Twitch, we haven't gone anywhere. We're still going to be doing game streams, charity streams, cooking streams as well, and a lot of other fun projects that we have lined up that you all are going to absolutely love. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to us by linking your account and use Prime Gaming. It costs you nothing, but it helps us out tremendously. Hey, and of course, huge shout out. Oh, sorry, my brain just went dead. I was trying to, how like you go on autopilot.
Use your click.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's what you're saying?
Yes. Sorry, I didn't. My apologies. Absolutely. Check out Digital Click because you can see all this beautiful artwork that is around us regarding graphic design. They also will help out your marketing needs as well. Whether you have a small company or you a Fortune 500 company, Digital Click has an answer for you. Shout out to the sky. Yo, my man Rodney, one of the super producers, huge miss and loss and love to my man Chuck, who is out on a player's holiday. We miss you completely, but we are still going to let the beat go on, and I'm gonna go ahead and defer to Mr. Johnny Randolph, who is our leader in the GeekBeast, in the binge-worthy segment. Yo, thank you, Court, for bopping in. I think we got a good one coming in. Woo! And I'm done, ladies and gentlemen.
This is still GeekBeast. This is still your gig, fella. This is still your gig, player. But we are talking
Yeah,
Marvel.
you haven't passed the mic yet.
Yeah, he can't pass it yet. It's still your thing, man.
Hold on, let me ask Court one thing since we are doing a bit of crosstalk. So 2 trailers came out that I'm sure is going to tickle your fancy because I think they're in your wheelhouse, and that is the Obi-Wan trailer that came out, and we had the Star Trek Strange New World trailer that came out. Have you seen either or both or neither?
I have not seen them. Of those trailers, I'll probably watch the Star Trek Strange New World because I'll just wait for the full teaser for Obi-Wan because I only watch one. I only watch one trailer. That's just my scene because I don't. Sometimes you keep watching like 4, 5, 6, 7 release trailers and they give away too much.
That's very true. That's very true.
That's how I feel about Batman.
Yeah. Batman did actually give out a lot. Everybody here has seen it, John. You've seen Batman as well.
Yep.
That's
actually they gave it like 2 years in advance. I feel like I've been watching Batman trailers for like the last 2 years, man.
I mean, I really have. I felt like there was, and this isn't a spoiler about the trailer, but I guess it is a little bit of a spoiler depending on where anyways, the scene with the Joker, well, not the Joker, the Riddler, where you see the police swarming in on the diner in that trailer, that scene in the trailer where the SWAT is swarming in on a man in the diner who and then you see the question mark in the cup, automatically, that's the Riddler. And when I saw that trailer, I was like, I feel like they just gave away his arrest. They just gave away his being caught. And that is exactly what happened.
Right.
I was so mad with all that in the theater because I didn't need that, So it just proved to me, one trailer.
So we are a bit of some conspiracy theorists on this show, especially when it comes to projects that we really love. And me and Johnny were going back and forth regarding DC's interesting move to push back a large part of their projects, including like The Flash, both of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's projects with his Super Pets, and I was about to call him Shazam.
Black Adam.
Oh my gosh. And Black Adam. Is this a good thing? Yeah, they pushed it again. Is this a good thing? Or is
I know
this a
Morbius
bad
was
thing? Oh, I didn't know about Morbius pushing it again.
Well, I didn't know. Well, it was supposed to be released this month or like the end of last month, and then I think they pushed it to like July or November. One of them. I know it's not coming out anytime soon. Did they push that one as well, or? I don't understand why they're pushing them now, given the fact that restrictions are up.
Well, that's why we have our tinfoil hats on. None of us have the real answer, but we're definitely just having fun speculating. Based off of the success that Batman is having, do you feel that this may be a good thing that DC's maybe trying to retest, reshoot, and pushing these dates back? Because a big one is one of Dwayne's projects had a summer release time, and that's huge. That's where the big money's at, and it got pushed to October, which is in the middle of nowhere. Regarding people coming to see what's going on. So are you concerned as a DC fan, or maybe relieved that they're taking it a little bit more serious about their properties?
Randy? Oh, did you guys already say it earlier?
Already answered.
We already
talked about it.
Okay.
Red flag. It's messed. It's something wrong.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. Or is Shazam 2 on the slate? Are they considering releasing Shazam first? You know what I mean? And then Black Adams in order to create a connection between the two?
Well, as of this particular article, it says that Black Adam was originally July 29th and got pushed to October 21st. And the Super Pets was May 20th and it got pushed back to the July 29th spot. So it's looking like the Super Pets is getting that nice, cushy, fat-pocketed summer money, whereas Black Adam is kind of like been pushed to the basement to be kind of debuted in October. Aquaman got pushed from December to March. Flash got pushed from November to June. And then Shazam got pushed from June to December.
Oh, so Black Adam is dropping before Shazam. Well, then, no, that was my whole argument. I got nothing. Yeah, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm always concerned about DC. I think that the Flash has lots of problems. I think that's why they pushed it completely. They just keep trying to whet your appetite with these trailers. They just keep getting worse and worse. The more versions of that trailer I get, the more I'm skeptical. I was never really worried about Batman, but I'm worried about him.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Well, one more quick thing because I know we are about to jump into our segue into binge-worthy. You know, we've done this before regarding give me a hot take regarding the property that we will be reviewing is Hitmonkey. This is a Marvel property, a very, very obscure property. They had an animated show, and we will be taking care of the review for this. And, yo, give me a hot take. Let's start with you, Randy. Give me a hot take.
Hot take. The new Ghost. The new Ghost. That's gonna be my hot take. The new Ghost.
Okay. All right. Court, how you feeling about it?
I feel that this is that spinoff we didn't know we needed of Ted Lasso, of Led Tasso. For anybody who is a Ted Lasso fan,
right?
You know, he had one episode in season 2 where he came out as Led Tasso, who was like his alter ego, who just did all kinds of crazy stuff and was just terrible. So I feel like this is that spinoff sequel of Led Tasso.
Okay. All right. I feel just because it's obscure doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. I'll say that.
I was trying not to go there, but
yeah, I didn't hate it though. I didn't hate it. But if you want to find our real,
I really like the pilot.
Reviews.
I really like the pilot.
You know, I feel like I'm stepping on your toes, Randy. This is your segment regarding this. Yo,
this is your show. This is GeekBeast, baby. Right. This is still your show.
All right, so listen, we are about to segue into binge-worthy, and I highly recommend that you do because we have very different opinions regarding some of these shows, and it is a lot of fun. It's some great breakdowns. You see you're warming up already. You will get a very good idea of what you are walking yourself into. And the premise of GeekBeast is that we check out these hours and hours worth of content so that you won't have to. And we'll let you know if it's good. And you also get a chance to have a lot of fun while we sit there and snatch the remote from one another. Hey, we will be back on so that you can get a real good taste of what that is. I say probably like another 5 to 10 minutes. So please stay tuned. You are going to have an absolute delight because, yo, these two folks I'm sitting here with, clowns. They are clowns, let me tell you. And they will keep you on your toes. Sit back and enjoy. All right, see y'all in a little bit.
Peace.